probably seen a lot of Instagram models make money online, but you want to apply it to yourself. Today I'm going to reveal how you can use Instagram to make money as a broke-ass teenager. What?
I hate to rush you, but Gojek is 1 minute away because we don't have enough time to go to the electronics store and dinner.
Oh.
So could we leave right now?
Alright guys, so we're currently here. My name is Jade and welcome to my channel. We are currently headed to actually get some dinner. But today's video is interesting because as you guys can see, I travel. I had the opportunity to travel for my meetups, and one of you guys actually asked the question of like how to make just like 20 bucks on the side, because a lot of you guys don't need like a full-time job, you just need a little side cash. Alright guys, so I'm in the car now. Starting with the first step, we gotta know how much money you want to make, okay? At the Bali meetup, I just wanted to know, for a student or someone who's just wanting to make some side cash, what the standard amount would be. Since Bali is a developing country and we all have different economies, it was actually interesting to hear what money meant to people in Bali. Doing a little bit of some research, we found out the minimum wage per month is $200. $200, that's not a lot of money, because in America, $200 can only get you maybe by a week. What was interesting to hear for me was just knowing that not everyone needs to make $1 million tomorrow. I think what I've just seen on YouTube is everyone kind of proclaiming how they've turned their life around making like billions, and I'm just like, that's not necessary for everyone. So this video is for you truly if you're a student or a person that just wants to make a little side cash. So with that being in mind, let's just go off the topic of $200 a month. So cool. Now that we know the goal is $200 a month, this is how we're gonna do it. If you're new to my channel, there's actually quite a few ways I mentioned before of how you can monetize your brand through merch, physical products. One of the things I haven't mentioned is utilizing close friends. So basically, have you guys seen the new little feature where you can add your close best friends only to see a portion of your stories? And I think that's dope, but I didn't even know that you could make money from it. Imagine just like working in your bed and having the ability to go to the movies with your friends, or eat the food you want. I think that's just so nice to have. So here is the method we're using. So there's only one method you need for this entire video to utilize the close friends list and how you can make money from it. I'll tell you guys, I know it's a little confusing, but just wait a little bit. So I'm going to introduce to you guys the idea of the exclusive theory. The idea of the exclusive theory is people buy things that are exclusive. If you don't believe me, take a look at a brand called Yeezy. I think they're a great example because they only release a certain amount of shoes for an extreme amount of cost when it's just a sneaker. Actually, my friend has Yeezys right now. Do you have Yeezys on?
No.
Oh,
Maybe. They're just too exclusive.
They're just so exclusive. You might be wondering,
Hey Jade, how do I use the exclusive theory?
good question, Haley. You might not be Adidas, you might not be Kanye West, but you can still use the theory. I want to give you guys another example. Hey Ryan, remember when you released merch in rounds? Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, so basically the whole model of my clothing line, Hydra, is releasing each design in rounds in very limited quantities. So with every single round, it actually gained a lot of hype because they would sell out so quickly. So like, if a round sells out really quickly and one of the people wanted to buy it, but they couldn't, obviously they're gonna be more excited and more on their toes when the next round drops, so they can buy it as soon as possible because there is limitation.
Kind of like Kylie Jenner's lip kits when they first came out.
Oh, okay. What about that?
So I don't care about makeup, but everyone wanted these Kylie Jenner lip kits, and they would go on sale, and then like in an hour they'd be gone. So it kind of became a challenge just to have one. Not even because I wanted it, but I just wanted one.
It's like a game. And now, for people who want some, context, how much is exclusive? Are you talking about 50 units, like 100? Like, what's a good number for maybe someone to, you would say?
Yeah. So the cool thing with exclusivity is that you can kind of increase your quantities based on people's attention and hype. So the first round was 120 units total, and then I gradually increased to about 300, and we still sell out in the same amount of time.
Damn.
But I think that's going to be my cap right now. Like 300 is something like Off-White is 300, right? In a lot of times. So I mean, I think it's a number that works really well. So then you can just focus on quality.
All right.
Continue.
Thanks, Ryan.
I love the tip, by the way.
So going back to the exclusive theory, now you might be wondering,
But Jade, what do I sell?
good question, Haley. So there's only really 2 steps with exclusive theory. It's quite simple. Step 1, create something that people want. Step 2, only give it to a select amount of people. So the idea with selling something is you need to start with the idea of a good product. Now, I don't believe you have to go out there and start going to manufacturers and building a whole company, because at the same time, I think all of us are lazy teenagers that just want to make some money. So not doing that route, I want to suggest another idea. I'm going to credit a subscriber from the meetup that actually gave this idea. This is not mine, but I had to share it because it's genius. The idea is you create something that people want. For example, a tutorial of how you use your presets, a tutorial of how you edit your photos. Maybe people want to know how you dress so well. If you're the cool kid in school, how do you get good grades? You get the idea. Create something that people want. I would say if you don't know what people want from you, kind of think about one thing, which is, what do my friends ask me for help for? Kind of see if maybe people ask you for certain advice, relationships, friendships, or even just something in school. I think it's just super easy to start with that. Just ask the people around you, hey, what do you need help with? Now, the key with the exclusive theory is try to, get 5 or 10 of them to say yes, and kind of limit everyone else who wanted it, so you can keep people to kind of re-engage. So putting everything together, this is what happens when you put the exclusive theory combined with the close friends list. Okay, so here's the story. When I was in high school, which was only a few years ago, which is crazy to think, I remember I dropped out of high school because I was pretty good at finding my value at a young age. For example, I used to be that kid in high school where I would have the theme. I was like that Instagram bitch that would always be on her phone, but everyone in school kind of knew me as like the Instagram girl, and they would be like, how did you edit your photos? How do you take photos? So anyways, I decided to maybe make this into a service. I offered, especially my senior friends, to take their photos for $100 per session. As you can see, we got some lovely photos, and they would always tell me, hey Jade, this is amazing. Thanks so much for making me feel confident. And I knew then and there I was going to limit only 2 spots a month for senior portraits. And what happened was people were running to the gate to get their reserved spot. I remember like in the summer I would have to reject a lot of people. Essentially I had too many clients to handle. Keep in mind, I was like 14, 15 at this age. Anyone can do this. It's super simple. First of all, step 1, find a good product. I know that's super basic, but be really, really good at something. If you don't know what that is, keep working harder. It took me a long time to figure out my skill in photography was meaningful. Step 2, ask the people around you, hey, is this product valuable to you? What's the value of it? If you ask any of the seniors, they would always say, I just want to feel confident on the yearbook. I want to have something that I'm proud of. And those 2 emotions are priceless, and that's where you can charge hundreds of dollars for photography. So really keep in mind, ask your consumer, what's the value of my product? Because a lot of you guys are having bullshit products with mediocre pricing. You really need to understand the value of your service or product. We're gonna hop right back into the video, but I hope this was helpful, and I'm not being too basic. Just because I know some of you are curious and you want to actually implement this, I have a few suggestions on softwares that can take money from you every month. So basically, if you want to have a subscription model of a product, I used to do this actually with my other product when I used to sell like mentorship per month. And I use a thing called Gumroad is a website that takes money from a credit card monthly. So it's great for subscription models if you're trying to monetize, $5 a month for a close friends list story where I give you value. I think that's super cool because it doesn't cost you anything, and if you need help with payment setup, I recommend it. I'm not sponsored, I just actually used it back in the day. So those are all the tools you need to start making $200 to $1,000 a month, depending on what you need. Let me know, actually. Go comment below currently how much money would make you, actually, is that a weird question? I'm actually just curious, like if you're someone who's younger, I know my audience is a little bit more diverse. This is actually the first time I went to a meetup that wasn't an audience of people that were older than me. I know the Dharma Nation's, growing, but sometimes I forget that some of us are young and we're not gonna always build huge companies. I made today's video just to kind of open your eyes and show you guys how you can make some small side cash. And actually in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how you can spend that money and how I afford to travel. Break down how much it costs to live in Bali for around $20 a day. And I hope you guys are excited as I am, because I've never done like a travel video. This is not my niche, but I do want to expand to show you guys what could be possible. If you guys need anything else, go comment a question, I'll reply to it. And also check out the links in the description to follow my Instagram, my podcast. Subscribe, like this video, favorite, share on MySpace, and shout out to comment winner. Shout out to the comment winner. Comment on this post to be featured in the next episode. Hold up. Okay guys, so I was looking at this video and I realized how vague I was being, and you're maybe rolling your eyes at home thinking, Jade, I already know how to do this shit, what? So here's the honest truth that nobody wants to tell you, and I've been actually keeping this back from you guys for a long time. Currently, we have 160,000 subscribers on this channel, which, by the way, thank you so much, you guys are amazing. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. But going back to my idea, okay? If there's 160,000 of you guys watching my videos occasionally, have you ever asked yourself how many people actually succeed? I was doing some research and I want you guys to take a guess. How many small businesses survive in their first year of business? Okay. Bitch, it's only 95%. So that means if we do some math, 160,000 subscribers times 95%, that means 152,000 of you guys are going to fail. And no matter how much value I give, no matter all the things you Google online, a lot of us aren't gonna succeed. That's just the truth. I am so sorry to break it to you because I feel really weird saying that, because I just believe luck is a huge part of business. But there are ways to increase your chances, and I'm gonna give you guys 2 examples. The first one is working hard, and the second is having a good network. And that's where I got to where I am today. Truly, like, it is hard work, it is, you know, the network, but a lot of it is just luck. So keep that in mind when you're following any tips online. I'm about to talk more about how to use the close stories features, but just keep that in mind and be more compassionate. So if you don't really win or make so much money the first month, be patient, because if it was easy, then everyone would do it. Haley, I'll miss you. I hope your flight is all well.
See you in Italy.
See you in, oh.